Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy John, and today we're going to do a comprehensive install on a Subaru WRX, and this will work with the STI and even some Foresters. If your trim kind of looks similar to this, you're going to be set, and wow, what an upgrade. Now this head unit right here already has an aftermarket one, but we're going to be replacing it, and look at the difference in screen size. It's going to be amazing. So stay tuned. Alright, so going over the head unit real quick, we have the traditionals: power, home button back, and then the volume up and volume down. No knobs on this bad boy right here. Moving to the sides, this is again by iDoing. Look at the fitment difference. I mean, this already has a pretty cool aftermarket head unit, but look at the difference in screen size and quality. It definitely makes it look a lot more modern. Now, judging back from just looking at side by side, this is the iDoing. It shows all the wiring harness and stuff like that. Now, if you're getting a Subaru, everything, it's gonna have the harnesses and stuff ready for you to go, so you don't have to splice anything, or you don't have to do anything like that. So it's gonna be a pretty straightforward install without any, mix match things. Looking around too though, I don't see any micro SD slots or anything like that, so everything's gonna have the built-in memory. Things that were also included in the box, so if you want to see how the box looks like, I already took out the foam and stuff. This is iDoing, very clean. This is where your wiring harness is, and it has the GPS, the Wi-Fi, extra USBs, and then more stuff like that. So it's gonna be pretty dope. Wow, this just feels really good. The glass they have right here, this is a 2.5D. I'm gonna show you a video of what 2.5D is. Basically, it's similar to your smartphone, where you have Gorilla Glass like feel and like toughness, so it's gonna be really scratch resistant. But yeah, voila. So let's just knock all these panels out and then bring out the previous unit and then move forward from there. Right, to pop this out, I'm just gonna use my fingernails. I already kind of popped it out, but I just use my fingernails. So no tools here, just popped it out like this. This has all the vents. Now you want to transfer, also want to clean these vents because they haven't been cleaned, but you want to transfer these vents to your new one. Of course, his vents are not in the best conditions because you can see they're off the rail. So let's see if we can fix that for him real quick too. But these vents are good. This one's kind of off the rail. We gotta transfer that over to the newer unit, then just take this out, which is just held by some screws right here. So just unscrewing these. So now's a really good time to clean your interior. Now it's been super fast to do something like this. Also keep your screws in that place, you'll remember. There's one more screw. This one's kind of loose already. Of course, you don't want it to drop, so take your time, no need to rush. This whole thing should be able to snap out. Nice. Be very careful and watch where the metal is hitting. Look at that, it has a skateboard, there's a USB back there. Isn't that cool? Look at this little gem we found. He was a skater boy. He said, "See you later, boy." So keep this in a safe spot, of course, just in case. Now looking at the back of this, you can see this was done by an aftermarket, although the wires are kind of a little more janky looking. If I were you, if you were working on this, take a picture, because if sometimes other installers have like different wiring and stuff, like where does this green wire go? We have no idea, and it could cause problems later on. Reverse gear input signal. So I'm guessing this goes to the reverse gear. Brake, parking line. So the green one's like brake. But we're not gonna use that. All of this stuff should be good. This uses the older Subaru style. I think this is a 20 pin. Oh, this thing's really in there. Of course, I'll get some more wiring. Gets kind of messy. And this is Not plugged into anything. Interesting. When I was reversing this car, I didn't see a backup camera either. But it's interesting, to say the least. All right, so we have the new unit right here. Voila. We're gonna have the harness. We're gonna do this together, okay? A lot of people like this style where it's more vlog and more raw. So this is how we're gonna give it to him. Now the harness comes with the, this is gonna be your radio antenna. This is if you have an amp, you wanna power the amp. You have reverse, brake, and the actual unit right here. This was plugged into a red wire. All right, let's reuse, let's not reuse it. Let's unplug the radio. It's all the way tucked in here. So this is the Subaru style radio. I don't know if you can see that. It's all the way tucked in there. So that's how it looks like. We're just gonna take that out, plug in the new one. All right, so the radio antenna, I'm gonna try it one more time, but it looks slightly different. So you should be able to retro it or something like that. But you can see how the pins are a little bit different, oh so different. But good thing we do have the, yeah, this is like a $5 part that I'm gonna link below. So if you need if you listen to radio, I'll link it below. But yeah, it's not. I'm trying to plug it into here. I know it's really dark in there, but it's not fitting. Let's see how it is to fit with this one. Yeah, it snaps in really, really nicely. So this is a plugger that we're not gonna use. We're just gonna plug it to the back. And that's it. Let's fire up the car and see what kind of sounds does it make. So this should be the initial boot. Nice. So the nice big old Subaru logo. We have the lights. This is changeable. So if you're looking for RGB goodness, you'll be able to do that. For the initial boot, it does take the longest. It's been like off this whole like 2 months. It's been, it's stored in the box. So it's gonna be booting up for the first time. When you're driving day to day, every week, you're not gonna have this kind of loading. The loading would take up only like 1 to 2 seconds. So here we go. We have the unit operational. This does have Apple CarPlay and all of that. So if you're looking for Apple CarPlay, which this user does use, he uses an iPhone, which is great. To set up Bluetooth, let's go to the Bluetooth app and let's pair a phone. Oops, sorry, it's right here. So let's see. We'll pair my phone. Let's scan. Finds my note. Add it. Confirms it, so my phone sees that it's trying to connect. And yeah, so now it's paired. Pretty simple. There you go. And that thing's bassy. So that's a good step right here. We have all the audio pieces going on. So next off, we'll move to the next part. So this is the only pin you need for the Subaru, and of course you have the antenna. Now I just called the owner, seeing like what about your subwoofers and all that. He says, hey, I removed the sub and all that stuff. This car does not have a reverse camera. This unit is compatible with reverse camera. Nothing's hooked up with this one, so I took the back of the trunk. It doesn't even have a reverse camera anyways. So we're just gonna kill it with the audio, and that's it. These wires are left by the previous owner, so he's not messing with that. So we just have to transfer the vents over and we'll be done. So I gave it a quick wipe down, of course, make it look at least presentable. And then there's just these 2 clips right there. You see 2 for that clip. We got 2 on the bottom, 2 for that clip, 2 on the bottom, and we're just gonna transfer it right over. Here you go. So the thing is now out from the bezel. Let's store that somewhere safe. Give it a quick wipe down. Then we're just gonna transfer it over to this puppy right here. It's so nice that it's this well integrated. It's insane how it just snaps on. Wow, it's just so insane that it works just like that. So let me show you guys how it looks like. Ooh, just a little sneak peek. Just a little sneak peek. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is activate the GPS. We have the GPS antenna here, and we're just gonna, it's labeled on the bottom right here. It says GPS. I'm just gonna give that a good old screw in. Don't use any tools. Doing it by hand is good enough. Do it till it's snug. Now, the way I will have it is I generally like having the GPS. I have been having great signal with just it being plopped up on the top. So that's exactly where I'm gonna put it here. You could wire it like on top of this. Honestly, I've been having great signal with this. It's easier to do, and also it's cleaner. And I just like a nice clean setup. There you go. You have the GPS hooked up. Next off, we just have a little Wi-Fi, and it's just like Legos. Very fun, easy to do. We have a short stubby antenna here, so I'm in the back of the harnesses. I'm doing this step by step so you guys can, I know it might be mundane a little bit, but this way you guys know how to install it, which is important. Now the Wi-Fi, just screwing it by hand. Awesome. There you go. Make sure it's nice and snug. Yeah. And and you see these 2 wires? These 2 wires have the amp con and stuff like that. This car doesn't have any amplifiers or anything, so we're good there. Next off, so we have the main power, which is this one. We have the Wi-Fi, GPS, and next up on the harnesses, we have USBs. This is very important to wire because if you want Apple CarPlay, which is built into this unit, you want to use these USBs. You have USBs and USBs. So I'm gonna wire this so it kind of goes down to the glove box. That's why it's nice and stealthy. So we're just gonna undo this twist tie. So the USBs that I had earlier, they're gonna be wired through here and they're gonna be tucking out, and now they live in a new home down here, which is awesome. Now I can stow this, and when I need to charge or use Apple CarPlay, it's good to go. You can also be creative and wire it down here or anywhere you want. So those cables are actually pretty long, so you get creative. You have additional cables for, right audio and video output. Now, if you're looking to put more stuff, like you want to put in like a Nintendo 64 or backup cameras, front cameras, you have all these yellow jacks that you can fill your heart's content. This car does not have a backup camera, so we're not going to deal with that. It is possible to retrofit and make your own camera. Dasada and I do have that. So if you want to buy stuff like that in the Amazon store, all links below if you want to add a backup camera. But for this, we're strictly just doing the head unit for today. So let's wrap these wires back up. Just putting the unit back in with the appropriate antenna cable. Make sure it's nice and snug. Oh. There it is, fitment's going in.
Is he almost done?
Yes. And voila, it is done. Look at that, that thing's massive. My gosh. Let's go give that quick wipe screen. Oh yeah, look at that. Just blends in so nicely, bringing it to the 2018. We're out here in 2018, making, look at that massive upgrade. Woo! Wow, this thing really woke up this interior. I'm really happy with it. Just with it off, it looks fantastic. Now, of course, having it on, the resolution and the quality just speaks for itself. It's insane how clear it looks. Now, let's turn off location access. Not trying to have this, but it just looks amazing. Just fits the interior so well. Guys, remember, links below if you're trying to buy this. Thanks you guys for watching. Peace out and keep moving forward.